Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the Big Bang Theory. This is the 10th episode of the 11th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for the link in the description below. Just click in it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, as I recall from yesterday's watching it, it was it's like a reminiscent episode. It was remembering the old kind of like sets that we had here. We had Howard's old bedroom, the comic book store. We seen them dressed in their old clothing. Different t-shirts that we don't see now. Obviously they've evolved and they're a bit more mature. The outfits have kind of changed. However, it was all about Bitcoin. Sheldon was saying that they mined some like 7 years ago, and the value of it was at $5,000 in today's value, and they was all like trying to find and scurry around and try and figure out what laptop they was using and what they done with it and like how much they've made and how much they can cash in. And they was going back and forth. They tried Howard's laptop, Leonard's laptop. Then they went to Zach's apartment, because when Leonard and Penny was broken up, she had his laptop and she gave it to him. And they watched a video of her drunkenly kind of crying and upset that she broke up with Leonard, that she recorded, that she was going to send him. And then he brought it back to the apartment and checked it, and the files was empty. And he was like, what's happened? What's going on? Do you know what I mean? And then Sheldon's like, well, I've been waiting 7 years for this. I took the files out and I put it somewhere. And, that's my revenge to you. You know what I mean? He likes to do that. He likes to wait and hold. Just like, do you remember when he had to wear that kind of like itchy cardigan thing while he rented the try and give the DVD back? He waits so long to hit them with this thing. And they basically said, look, you put it on a keychain and put it on your keys. Leonard was like, look, mate, I lost that years ago. And he was like, oh, well, guess we both learned a lesson today. They was like, what's that? And he's like, I don't know. But the interesting thing is, we never actually learned the value. We just left to kind of think there in the universe, like how much it would have been. But like the episode in general was good, because I really enjoyed, obviously, like I said, seeing the old visuals, hearing Howard's mum, and like all the locations and clothes that he was wearing. It just reminded me of the early seasons of the show. And it was interesting to see, because obviously you kind of get set and stable and used and comfortable to the situations that you're in now, and the clothing and all the stuff that they wear. And then when you do go back, you're like, oh yeah, it does feel like, feel different, feels like old times. And I always do love those, and I'd love a couple of flashback episodes. Those would be actually really, really good. But thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
This was a good idea. It's been a long time since we've had girls' night.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a relaxing evening at home doing nothing.
Yeah, really breaks up the other 30 days I've spent on bed rest doing nothing.
I was going to say, she's on home every day doing
tonight
nothing.
We're going to make you forget all that.
Hey, you had unprotected sex with Howard. You deserve to be miserable.
Hey, need some fashion advice?
Really? From me? I would love
Actually, Leonard told me Penny was over here. The Griffith Observatory is looking for an astrophysicist to consult, and I have an interview tomorrow.
Oh, I love the observatory. They tell you your weight on all the different planets. Yeah, it's always bikini season on Venus.
You just need to pick something that you feel confident in.
I'm sorry, I left my magic clothes at home.
I'm sure these two options will be... So you have other clothes at home?
It doesn't matter. They're talking to a bunch of people. I probably won't get it anyway.
Well, don't say that.
Yeah, you have to believe in yourself.
Is that Raj there at girls' night?
Oh, hey. Hey, Howard.
Just remember, if you fall asleep first, they're gonna freeze your bra.
You and Amy having fun planning your wedding?
We're employing a mathematical approach called decision theory, so heck yeah. Assigned all wedding decisions randomly, and each of us makes half of them. Now, from venue to officiant to numbering system for the tables, Roman or Dewey Decimal.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Oh,
He does look
good.
very
Raj
smart
is here
there.
to tell us today's specials.
I'm up for a job at the planetarium, and Howard is making fun of me.
Oh, it's great. You're both doing what you love. Well, I'm excited for you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'd be in charge of developing and narrating all the planetarium shows. And I really want this, so it wouldn't kill you to be more supportive.
The interview.
Not so great. They asked me what my biggest weakness was, and 45 minutes later, they thanked me for coming.
You know what? I bet it's those friends you surround yourself with. Like that Howard, always making fun of you.
Howard doesn't mean anything by it. I think it's cultural. His people come from a very sarcastic village called Brooklyn.
What kind of friend acts that way?
Well, I guess...
It was a rhetorical question. A bad friend. Just say, if you replace Howard with a nice 22-year-old grad student, your self-confidence will soar.
Come on, first dance. Come on, first dance.
Invitations. That's a good one. Hey, just a suggestion. Hologram projected out of R2-D2.
I'm gonna go with Old English calligraphy on Egyptian papyrus.
A fun mashup. It's like the chicken and waffles of orthography.
Fun. I can't believe that people say that planning a wedding is one of the most stressful things in life.
I know. And not a day goes by that I don't marvel how much better we are than other people.
You guys don't want to hear about this. I'm sorry.
Stop apologizing.
Oh my God, you sound just like the woman at the interview.
Have you ever thought about talking to some kind of therapist about all this?
Hey, Leonard, do you think your mom would be available?
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
My dad thinks it's because Howard's always making fun of me.
Howard does make fun of him a lot.
It's not all Howard's fault. I mean, if Raj doesn't want to be made fun of, then I don't know a nice way to finish this sentence.
You can be kind of mean to me.
Well, that's because you're... Wow, I don't know how to finish that sentence either.
You know what? I think we're both done being disrespected.
I got a few rounds left in me.
See, I've had this discussion before, like, I personally think, like, I don't condone bullying, but, like, it's the only way you can kind of say it in terms of, like, the context of, like, kind of how I say it. Like, friendly bullying between friends is, like, perfect, and I feel like it's needed in all friendships, and I mean, I'll disagree with everybody that says otherwise, because, like, I personally think that in a friendship, say you have 5 people, yeah, like these guys or whatever, it's like, you always, between everybody, should be picking on each other. And you know, and when you're friends with people long enough, you know that you're not doing it maliciously. You're doing it for banterness. Like, there's a massive difference, you know. You're not just walking into a room and saying, Raj, I hate your haircut. You dress shit. You know, you're a terrible person. And making... No. You know, like, literally, the way that these kind of... Like, if you look at the way Howard kind of says jokes to Raj, like, he isn't bullying him, but it's like friendly bullying, you know what I mean? It's just like a rib here and there. It's not consistent daily, every conversation. He hates him, he's putting him down, he don't like him, and, like, that's how I personally think. Like, honestly, the best situation that I can kind of explain it is, like, I used to work in an office, and there was somebody in the office that was, like, very timid, very, like, quiet, and you could tell that they wanted to engage with the groups and with the guys and the gangs, because it was massive. It was like 3,000-4,000 people in the office, you know what I mean? So, like, there was a lot of, say, like, people that you could get in friendship groups with, you know. After work on Friday, you come in for a drink, 20-30 people are gone, you know, we'll all have a pint together. This person would come up, be quiet, do you know what I mean? And, like, people would friendly bully him so that he could then start picking on them. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's like I would call him a name, so then he would call me a name. So then the guys would be like, hey, yes, get in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, and try and elevate that confidence out of him. Do you know what I mean? Like, because there are people in life that if you say something negative, even simple, like you should say, oh, you printed that out wrong, do it this way. They'll take that to heart, you know, and you need people around them, like, say, mate, just... You know, like, don't let that hurt your confidence. It's literally done nothing. Just, like, don't take anything to heart. It's just a situation. Do you know what I'm saying? And some people need the little pick, the little, like, group, the friends to kind of do this, and this so that they can bite back to help them gain their confidence. The only way you gain confidence is be around people. And if, like, your friends are making fun of you, you make fun of them, and by doing that, you'll feel better about yourself. You'll realise that, like, other people are not actually being mean to you. They're just trying to play around and banter with you, and I feel like that's the situation here. You know, I don't feel like any of them are bullying Howard. I mean, bullying Raj and making him feel down. I mean, he might actually feel down, and that's a different conversation completely. If he actually says to Howard, I don't want you saying any of this stuff anymore because you make me feel bad, then that is totally justified from Raj, and you would stop. But I feel like the place where it comes from Howard is just friendly, and it's to help him and to be, you know, banter with him. And, you know, I never really ever thought that he was doing anything or calling him to be malicious and to hurt him.
See what we've got so far.
I arrive in a little house on the prairie style horse-drawn buggy,
Where you are met with an honor guard of stormtroopers.
The ushers will be My cousin's dressed in frontier frock coat. Second dance will be the first dance.
Unless we have no dance at all. Haha.
Instead of throwing confetti, we'll release butterflies.
Airborne worms? Have you lost your mind?
Fine. Wedding toasts in Latin.
Vows in Klingon.
Then I'm changing the flower girl to a dog. And guess what he'll be scattering instead of petals?
Have some lunch?
You know what? I don't think so.
Well, let me guess. You're not eating because the mean girls circled your chubby bits in marker.
No wonder I don't have any confidence. 15 years of constant ridicule. I think our relationship has become toxic.
Look, I can see you're upset, but I'm gonna need some ground rules. While we're apart, can I see other needy Indian men?
Get out!
I forget, which mental hospital are you guys registered at?
Hello?
Hello. Really? You're not gonna sit here?
I'll sit there as soon as you leave.
I said sorry.
Well, sorry doesn't make up for years of emotional abuse.
Raj is trying to blame me for his pathetic life.
Life isn't pathetic. Like, he's got that whole table to himself. Oh, good, you're here. I've decided on our centerpieces. I just hope your family isn't allergic to asbestos.
If we keep doing this, we're gonna end up with a wedding that neither one of us will enjoy. Maybe we should just get married at City Hall and forget about everything else. And if we're not enjoying planning this wedding, then what's the point?
How about tomorrow?
Really? That soon?
Why wait?
Tomorrow.
He's
Hey,
smiling
you
now.
look good today.
What happened? What's wrong?
You look handsome.
Nope, still freaking me out.
That's cool, yeah.
Nothing. I just decided to stop straightening it.
Wait, so you were making your hair look like that on purpose?
I came here to celebrate. Yeah, I went back to the planetarium and told them they were making a huge mistake, that I'd be perfect for the job. I was charming, I was confident, and they gave it to me. Yeah, I was on my way to tell Howard, and then I remembered I wasn't speaking to him, so came over here. It's a little sad, but you know, life is all about.
Sorry, thought you were wrapping things up.
What do you think about that? You know, do you reckon that he's just being a bit OTT, or do you reckon his point's valid? Because I'm open to everybody's opinion. You mean, again, I've said it many times, but opinions, yeah, are people's opinions. They're not facts. So, like, respect them. You know what I mean? Like, what I think after viewing a situation could be completely different to what you think after viewing a situation, and none of us are correct. The only thing that's correct is when something's factually and then somebody's wrong. So when you say 2 + 2 is 5, you're factually wrong. That's when you can tell them. But if somebody says, oh, I think Howard's wrong, because obviously he does kind of pick on Raj and it has upset him and it's about time that he stands up, fair play. That's your opinion. You give me a good justification of it and you explained it. You know, I've explained already that I think it's friendly banter. It's not malicious at all. I don't mean it in any way to potentially upset him. And if it has upset him, Howard's come out already and apologised for it. And I feel like cutting him out of his life and not speaking to him or celebrating and just ignoring him is over the top. And that's my opinion. You see where I'm coming. I'm interested to see, obviously, what you think on that situation.
Hey, Howard. Where's everybody?
I could ask you the same question.
Wow, this conversation got mean fast.
I had a falling out with Raj. He said I make fun of him too much, and it's wrecked his confidence.
Please, confidence is like red blood cells. Nice if you got some, but you don't need them.
Maybe I'll just hang out here for a while.
Great. And you can make fun of me all you want.
No, that's okay.
No, go on, I can take it. My feelings, like my extremities, are basically numb.
Do we need a blood test?
No.
Well, then how will you know whether or not we have syphilis?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you don't.
I can't believe we're doing this.
I'm getting married. The new Star Wars movie's coming out. We are really finishing this year strong. Sad we're not having a big party.
Mate, I'm fucking well sad they're not having a big party, personally.
Not. I'm here with you. It's perfect. David, we're about to walk in that door, Dr. Cooper and Dr. Fowler, and walk out as a married couple.
I feel like Sheldon's not going to do it. I feel like he's thinking like she deserves what she needs and what she deserves.
I want to have a first dance with you.
Right here?
At our wedding. I want a real wedding. I never thought I'd want to marry anyone. So the fact that I found you is astonishing. When you make a discovery like this, you don't just take it down to City Hall. You tell the whole world. And so I'll say it in Latin or Klingon or smoke signals if that's not cultural appropriation.
Let's go plan a wedding.
I have always wanted a permit to dispose of hazardous waste.
Let's do it.
I'm actually really happy that he didn't go ahead with
Do
it.
we know if there's life in the methane plumes of Enceladus? Or under the icy surface of Europa? Come back on Tuesday for my next show to find out. Rajesh Kutrapali, and thank you for taking a walk with me through the stars.
I'll catch up with you guys.
Raj, you were terrific.
Oh, thank you. I was so nervous, my armpits are like a swamp.
No, your hug just got downgraded to a high five.
I wasn't sure if I was welcome.
This is ridiculous. You guys are best friends. Of course he wants you here.
Dr. Kutrapali, I just wanted to tell you that was amazing.
Counterpoint.
To the car.
If there is life beneath the surface of these planets, how would we even detect it?
That's a complicated question.
Let me start with a simpler one. Can I buy you a coffee?
Because I want to say yes, but if I drink coffee this late, then I'll be up all night.
Decaf genius.
I would love to.
See, right, if that's the direction we're going towards, obviously, the next few episodes, then I actually feel bad on both of them, because both of them are best friends, and they've been hand and, hip for the whole 11 seasons, you know what I mean? And basically, in my personal opinion, it's a fight about nothing, you know what I mean? It's literally two friends that you see in every friendship group. Honestly, I'm telling you now, if you go to a friendship group of guys, I can't speak about girls because I have no idea how you guys, you know what I mean, like how you guys are and how you react in obviously situations with yourselves. But like in a guy group, that happens all the time. There's always one or two people that everybody always has a laugh with and makes fun of. But like if somebody else made that fun of them, no, that's not happening, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the way, say, Howard talks to Raj and he's making fun, yeah? If somebody from the outside come in and started doing it, the whole group or whatever usually would be like, nah, that's not your place to say. Only we can make fun of him. That's our Raj. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's where you can tell what I was trying to say before about, like, the friendly bullying and picking. Yeah, it's not malicious, but when an outsider does it, that ain't your place. You got boundaries. You go over there. Don't be calling my best mate. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, I understand where Raj is coming from, that he thinks that it's potentially Howard that's putting him down, and it may have been, may subconsciously been something that he never actually realised, that like Howard doing all these things and saying these things actually impacted him and affected him about potential decisions that he's been doing, like throughout his life. And obviously when he's told him, Howard's actually apologised, you know what I mean? Like he actually said he's sorry, and it's when you don't accept it and you then carry on saying these things and make them feel even worse, you know what I mean? But like, I'll give it a couple of episodes, and obviously I feel like we will resolve it and go through it, because obviously these guys have been best mates for years now, and it's not even just that, it's the fact that he was saying, as soon as I got this job, I wanted to go over and tell Howard, and then I realised, and he'll get to a situation where he's like, he's impacted my life so much in a positive way, we have so many good times together, we do this, and this, that all the time, and when I see something, I want to text him, I want to do something, I want to call him, I want to go out, you know what I mean? Like the small little minuscule bit, is minor compared to all the massive memories and fun that we have together. So obviously he's in this little bit of stage here, and we'll give it to him and see how it goes. But I personally, in my opinion, don't think that Howard's ever done anything maliciously bad to hurt him intentionally, and I feel like it's always come from a friendly place of friendship, and he's never intended actually to make Raj feel bad at all.